In this tutorial, I want to show you how you can make a column or a bar chart that will summarize the number of values that falls within a given range in your data in Excel. So first, we're going to use the floor.math function to kind of categorize our data into different groupings. Then we're going to use the group by function to aggregate our data, which we can then make a graph from it. So first, using the floor.math function. Now this function is great because it will round your data down to a given interval of significance in Excel. So, for example, let's just say we wanted to have the sales data rounded down to the lowest 10th interval. To do this, we can do for.math, open parentheses, as you can see right here. The first is the argument is the number that you want to round, and then comma significance. So what interval do we want this data to round it to? This example is the 3/10th value, and then the last argument we don't need, but is only applicable whenever you have negative numbers that you're working with. So as you can see, 49 is rounded to 40, 29 is rounded to 20, and so on and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this down, like so. Our data is thrown off, but that's okay, because we can go ahead and change the borders right here. And that's 6. Now we're going to use the grouper function, which is great because it aggregates and summarizes your data in a way that's very easy. Now, the grouper function is only available on newer versions of Excel, so if you're using an older version of Excel, you might not have this function. To use the group by function, we're going to use the equals group by. The first argument is your value, so what do we want to have as the values? Well, we want to have the values based on this grouping right here. And then comma values. So what values do you want to summarize? You want to summarize the same values. In comma function, what argument do you want to use? Well, we want to use the count a function. Note there's a number of variables functions right here, but we want to count how many each of these groupings shows up. And we're going to do that using the count a function. And doing this, we can see there's a count of each grouping that shows up. And lastly, once you move this total down here, is that can make our chart look weird. Which we're going to comma twice to get total depth and have 0, so the total row does not show up. We can also kind of adjust this as well. For example, we can have grouping, category, and then count. And then I could just say 0 to 10, 10 to 20. Oops, sorry. 10, 20, 20 to 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, oops, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, and then 90 plus. And now I have the comma in front, so it shows up XX. And now we can make a graph based on this data. So to do that, we can highlight the ranges that we want to make the graph from. We can go to the Insert tab, recommend the charts, and a column chart or a bar chart shows up like so. As you can see, now we have a column chart. And doing this, we can have a better understanding of how many days had good or bad sales through this range. As you can see, it's fairly evenly distributed, but there were some days where sales were pretty bad, and there were other days where they were quite good. We can go ahead and add a data label so we can see kind of that our sales days were all over the place. That's it. I hope you found this to be helpful. If you did, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.